Polo, Polo and another Polo. In fact, there are 3 Polos standing outside waiting to come inside to get some tweaks done to them. And there was also a Fabia, which is technically Skoda's own Polo, because this car is super popular when it comes to modifications. The sky is the freaking limit. There are 15 lakh worth of retrofits on this car, including keyless entry and whatnot. And those are Skoda wheels here. But I have come here to AR Customs to modify my own Polo. Welcome to episode 4 of Project Polo, wherein I will be making practical and cosmetic mods to my car. And I've got this box from SP Customs because I had ordered a lot of parts. In fact, I have 10 boxes like these lying at office, which I will get tomorrow or day after here, because this time the car is going to get completely transformed. Performance and handling has been sorted, but now it's time to unbox this. That's the mat. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll still show you the boxes. The most expensive thing in this whole package, the Maxi Dot cluster. That's it for today. More parts tomorrow. Let's get these installed first.
The very first thing to be installed is the Maxi Dot cluster, which is basically the instrument cluster of the Polo GTI, and there are several benefits. Firstly, it doesn't support the 80 and 120 km/h speed alarms, so those are now gone. Yippee! Secondly, it looks gorgeous. I love the OG cluster of the Polo, but the GTI cluster takes it one step ahead with a comprehensive multi-information display that shows a ton more data. But installing the GTI cluster needs an expert, and that's where Aditya from VAG Center Mumbai comes into the picture. He's an expert with Volkswagen Group retrofits and did a fab job in getting the new cluster up and running in under 10 minutes, which is a big thing considering how complex the process is, as it involves connecting a computer to the car via the OBD port and then logging onto some VW website and buying a license for around Rs 4,000 with just 10 minutes to use that license to code. But because of something getting reset during the cluster's installation, the head unit got locked and a unique 4-digit code was needed to unlock it. No, 1111 or 1234 or 9999 or 0000 don't work, even though Volkswagen Service Center suggested that. But Aditya managed to get me the unique code, which turned out to be so random that I could never ever guess it. Next up is the cabin light from the Laura, as the Polo's cabin light is a single unit, while that of the Laura has 3 different lights which you can selectively activate, a simple bolt-on replacement. Then I got this card holder from the Rapid, an OEM part which isn't easy to source, but Shakti from SP Customs managed it somehow. I also got a ticket holder for the windshield, another Skoda feature that's quite useful to me as I hate putting stickers on my windscreen. This dongle might be small, but it is the most important thing for me because it enables wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in my Polo. And I sneakingly took this out of the Polo to use it in Hyundai cars till the Polo was in the garage. To further improve the performance, I got red seat belts which aren't that easy to fit and took some time to install. Apparently, they boost safety by 0.0069 stars. While my car is already equipped with a reverse parking camera, I wanted the VW flip camera, which looks cooler when you engage reverse, but is also hidden unless you hit reverse, which means it doesn't get dirty. Thus, both the VW logo at the rear and the old camera had to be removed, and the new one's wiring had to be done all over again. The next day, I filled the Alcazar's boot with a lot more parts and got them to AR Customs.
And I've got another package from SP Customs. Now the big thing here is that this is fully customized for the Polo. Yes, that's one of the reasons why the project got so delayed. But the outcome hopefully is fantastic because I'm yet to open this box. It's lying here since almost a month. The seat, and it's here, finally unwrapped and heavy. I need to get carbon fiber seats, I think. And this is actually the cloth for the rear seats because the front ones are new The rear ones need to match this tartan color or tartan scheme. GTI bro, GTI.
And that's why I got extra tartan upholstery for the rear seats, which have to be upholstered now. That also means that the old seat covers had to be thrown away and new ones had to be bought, wherein the GTI pattern was replicated.
So beautiful, just like a wow. And only those who know, because my wife absolutely hates it. She's like, what is this? Well, this is legacy bro, legacy.
Meanwhile, for the front seats, a custom Z mount had to be made with 5mm metal plates to maintain strength. A tedious and labor-intensive job that requires a lot of precision. But the outcome is well worth it. Look at the seats. Don't they look like a stock GTI? By the way, while I was gone, the complete roof of the car was removed because
this is the headliner of my car's roof, which has been opened up and is being kept here because we are installing the star lights on the roof. Not for me, but for Noreen, because she loves all those gizmos. Yeah, nice way to say I'm not a chapri. But anyways, there are 500 optic fiber cables here because the light is going to come from there, which means a lot of manual labor. Each and every optic fiber cable has to be punched into the roof, and then only you get the magic effect. So this has been happening since a day or so. It's going to take a lot more time.
1 week later.
The starlight on the roof are controlled by this remote, and you can change the color or opt for multicolor. It also has a separate button to activate shooting stars. But since it's not connected to the ignition and directly to the battery, it needs to be manually turned off every time, failing which the battery would drain. Oops. I've got all these parts from Esperer Motors, and now I'm going to unbox them. Oh my goodness, this is Ghanti kiski baj rahi? This is so heavy, and it says SAIC Volkswagen, which means it has come from China, which means MG is not a British brand, it is a Chinese brand.
Acha.
This is the updated brake kit. It's not the big brake kit, it's the Brembo discs, which are so damn heavy. I need carbon fiber because this is slowing me down. Imagine what it will do to the car. But yes, better braking performance with these for sure. I know what's inside this. I think it's the diffuser. I think there should be a job called professional unboxer, and they should hire me. Finally, my fitness devices say that I've done too much of a workout today. There are a lot of parts, and this is the automatic headlight module, which will convert the car's lights to automatic. Actually, there are a lot of parts here. Plug and play. This is obviously the rear spoiler. You know what's the most satisfying part about this? Therapy. This is the diffuser. Yeah, this is the brake light. This is the other part of it. BMC air filter, but we don't need this anymore because we already put forged parts. These are the VW logos for the alloys right in the center. Some stickers from Esperer Motors, tape so that I can tape my mouth and not talk too much. Carbon fiber logos, shark fin antenna to stick it, but it also has a lot of screws. Yep. I think these are the side louvers. What is this? Oh, the strobe lights. I'm not too sure if I'll use them. Comes with this remote. Let me open this. Can you see the sweat on my face? So I was wrong. These are actually the carbon fiber mirror caps. I think I know what is inside this. The most expensive thing in this whole package. the steering wheel. This is a GTI steering wheel which has Audi buttons on it, and it's heavy and it's super expensive, and it has got paddle shifters which is of no use to us. Sorry, I can't get over it. It looks fantastic. Audi Q2 type styled tail lights which are smoked. And packaging is just immaculate here. Crazy. This I know has to be the headlights. I told you so. GTI headlights. You know what this is, right? Obviously the body kit, and this has also come. You know what that is? That's the carbon fiber hood which is going to be installed absolutely last. So I'm not going to unbox it right now. Let's try and fit all these first. This has to go for painting actually. Itna pata nahi chalega without painting. I'm done. Fan finally. The weight of this box is way more than what is inside this box because carbon fiber hood but a wooden box. Looks familiar? Wait. Amplifier 1, another amplifier here, speakers. Well, we're out of budget for the Project Polo and there's no money for the audio system left, but fortunately I have the whole audio system from the Baleno project car which I'll be installing in this car today.
The shark fin antenna was installed first. It has a carbon fiber finish and just looks cool. Take that, BMW! Next up, the M-style carbon fiber mirror caps were installed. Again, they look super cool, and again, take that, BMW! Then it was time to install the new headlights. The GTI headlights, which look damn freaking cool. But these aren't the original ones because those cost 3 times as much. Yes, rupees 1.5 lakh for a pair, and the indicators are still halogen. What the fluff? And since we are on the lights, the tail lights were the next to be changed. I opted for the black finish Audi Q2 style tail lights which go well with the color of the car. Easy to install if you know what you're doing. These have dynamic swipe indicators and just look fantastic. And now with the new lights installed, it was time to install the automatic headlight module, which is important to me because the place where I stay has basement parking. To make it work, the sensor has to be placed on the dashboard, and that's a bit visible. The car was then put on a lift, the front bumper was loosened, the car dropped back down, and then the front bumper and grille were removed. Then the same thing was done at the rear too for the rear bumper, which is lift up, loosen the bolts, drop it down, and then remove the rear bumper.
There are actually a lot of parts here because this is the R-line body kit, and obviously the old bumper, both the front and the rear along with the front grille has been removed now. It's going to take a lot of effort because first we're going to try fitment of the newer parts, align them properly, then remove them again and then go and get them painted. The funny part is that the headlights were installed, the new headlights and tail lights, and they have been removed again because to install the new body kit we had to do that too. So a lot of back and forth when tuning your car or modifying it or whatever. These are the new lights, the fog lights. The current ones are out, but they are bigger, so this is smaller and sleeker. The new VW logo, but we are obviously going to put a carbon fiber one. This is the thing which will go on the bumper on one of the sides. Actually, the problem is that there's so many things now that I need to open the manual, but all I can tell you is it says R here, which is a sticker. So all this is a very time-consuming process, and that's the reason all the parts have been kept here for the moment. Now, if you are looking for a fantastic front bumper, which is from the GTI, which was there on my Polo, which is there or was, whatever, then you can write to me on scrapyourparts@fastbeam.com. Anyways, now let's get to figuring out what to do with the body kit.
The old bumpers are no way bad because they are GTI spec. But I wanted my car to look unique and thus the R-Line body kit. And boy, does it look cool with those gloss finished parts.
There are multiple kits available for the Polo. This is actually the R-Line kit. There's obviously the GTI kit which used to come with the last batch of Polos, and my car had the GTI kit. So the rear bumper is the same as the GTI kit which has been sent with the R-Line kit, which means that I don't need to really change my rear bumper, but I will change it just for the kick of things. And then you also have the WRC kit, which looks a bit too much to me, so I opted for the R-Line kit. And there are a lot of parts, but this has to be painted. All the grey elements you see here, or the grey parts, they have to be painted, including the side skirts.
After a quick trial fitment of the new body kit, it was time to remove the old rear spoiler, which by the way was aftermarket and not stock. The new Ottinger rear spoiler was stuck to the rear. Yes, installation involves no screws or bolts, simply glue. And talking about glue, the roof liner which is coming out on the driver's side was glued back. The trial fitment of the new bumpers was complete and the car was lifted to remove the new bumpers, which were then sent for painting. It did take a couple of days, and once the painted parts were back, the new kit was assembled, which does take some time and effort as there are multiple parts, and then the R-Line kit was finally installed on the car. Next up, the carbon fiber VW logos was slapped on top of the existing logos, both at the front as well as the rear. But at the rear, it seemed like it wouldn't fit because of the flip rear camera. The new number plate holders were also installed along with the new number plate and rear number plate LED light, all of which just looks better if you are into attention to detail. And since the body kit was installed, it was time to put the 6-fin rear diffuser with F1 style 72 LED lights. The diffuser is delicate and has to be screwed to the rear bumper. And once it was installed, the LED lights were connected to the brake light. Then the side fins were installed. They have a carbon fiber finish and look quite cool. I also got the Polo and TSI badging removed from the tailgate. I like to keep things subtle.
The Polo is a very well built car. However, I want to make it even better because of the sound system. There might be some vibrations, and that's where this damping sheet comes into the picture, because this is going to be applied on all the doors as well as on the floor so that it contains the vibrations from the heavy bass which the new sound system is going to throw.
The damping was done on all the 4 doors to reduce vibrations, but the rear doors won't have speakers as I have 6x9 coaxial speakers lying around that ideally are installed on the parcel shelf, but that can cause vibrations, and thus a custom box was made for the rear speakers, placed in the boot right next to the two 12-inch subwoofers with each having 1800 watt of output. For the 2 amplifiers, a custom bracket was made in the boot, and now I don't have a usable boot. But in case I need to use my trunk, I can remove the woofers and speakers and keep them at home temporarily. Since I wasn't changing the head unit, I love the stock head unit. I had to get a DSP, which is basically a digital signal processor that powers the new audio hardware. And talking about keeping things stock, I didn't want to place the tweeters on the dashboard. It simply looks cheap, so I got this Eurospec A-pillar trim that has inbuilt provision for tweeters. Expensive, but worth it.
Another day, another parcel. This one is from SP Customs. Let's quickly open it. These are actually the metal pedals, the sportier pedals, and I just hope it fits because there have been multiple variants or versions of this car. This is the Type 3 and every one of them have a different pedal set.
Finding them was hard because there are 3 different sizes of pedals for the Polo sold in India, and most enthusiasts end up with an automatic, so getting the 3 pedal set isn't easy.
But these don't fit, so need to figure it out.
I also got the Polo branded scuff plates installed. They have a blue backlight and I find them cool because lights make a difference, and that's why ambient lighting was also installed, but on the footwell area only. I didn't want the ambient lights cheap piping to be visible and thus avoided it on the doors and the dashboard. By the way, underbody lights were installed too. Need for Speed anyone?
The underbody lights are controlled from your smartphone via Bluetooth, and there are a ton of colors you can choose from.
And I also got strobe lights but haven't installed them yet because they kind of look cheap.
I found this remote. I have absolutely no clue for what this is. It's a popular saying that save the best for the last, and I've done exactly that because this is one of the last few mods which have to be done to the Project Polo in this particular episode. However, the reason we're doing it last is because it's delicate. You don't want any scratch on the hood. Let's open it. The packing is absolutely crazy, unbelievable. It's wooden box packing. I have absolutely no clue how to open this. And now I'll leave it to the experts to open this box because a lot of screws and all. I'll stay away.
Unboxing the carbon fiber hood wasn't easy. It was packed as if it was a Kohinoor diamond. By the way, can you return our property back United Kingdom? Now it was time to remove the old stock bonnet, which started with the removal of the insulation pad, followed by unscrewing the hood from the car.
I just found a solution for the engine to draw in the most cold air possible. Just kidding, we've removed the OE hood because the new one, which is carbon fiber, is actually light.
Tape was first applied to ensure there are no scratches during installation. But I was disappointed to see that the vents on the bonnet were all cosmetic and not functional. Now it was time to install the most expensive part on the car, the GTI steering with Audi buttons. It has an inbuilt airbag, but making the push button start work requires a lot more parts, which means a lot more money. The RPM lights weren't working as it needed a dongle, and after a few days I received it, which made the digital tacho work. The steering is still work in progress for me as I still need to make a few things work here.
But the small LCD display on the steering is very customizable using the small buttons on either side of the steering wheel. You also get access to a ton of data including a stopwatch and 0 to 100 km/h timer. You can also change the color, brightness and shift light RPM. It's damn cool.
And after a lot of searching, SB Customs found me the GTI gear knob. This improves the gear shift smoothness by 4.1 meters.
But it fell and got cracked. I had to order a replacement, which is still not arrived yet.
A couple of things were still pending for the body kit and were among the last to be installed, which is the front lip that gives the car a sportier appearance at the front and the side skirts, which we simply forgot to install earlier.
You're stupid.
New car mats were placed on the carpet after all the work was complete, but I couldn't drive the car just yet as it was time to do the next set of mods, which you will see in the next video. Spoiler alert, you won't be complaining about the alloys anymore. And I will also be giving you a complete cost breakup of all the mods done to my Project Polo.
And that's it for this video. See you in the next one real soon.